Let's get real for a moment. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to thrive on testing your boundaries? They interrupt you, throw out passive-aggressive remarks, and act as if your time and feelings are inconsequential. Society often expects us to just smile and let it slide, but I'm here to tell you that it's time to take a stand. If you're tired of tolerating disrespect, this guide is for you. Today, we'll explore some brutally honest yet powerful strategies to handle disrespect assertively while maintaining your self-respect. Get ready, because by the end, you'll be equipped with the tools necessary to draw that line in the sand clearly and confidently. Let's dive in. First up, let's talk about one of my all-time favorite techniques, the silent stare. Now, you might be wondering if just staring is really effective. Trust me, it is. When someone is blatantly rude or disrespectful, nothing unsettles them more than a calm, composed stare that doesn't waver. Here's the magic of it. Disrespectful individuals often seek a reaction. They want you flustered, questioning yourself, or engaging in their drama. But when you lock eyes with them, unblinking and completely unbothered, you flip the power dynamic. While this might feel a tad passive-aggressive, it's a powerful way to reclaim control without uttering a single word. That silent gaze serves as a resounding no without any noise, and you'd be amazed at how effectively it communicates your stance. Let me share a personal experience that highlights this technique's effectiveness. Picture this. I was in a meeting where one overly confident individual wouldn't stop interrupting me. He was loud and dominating, clearly believing everyone was there to soak up his wisdom. I tried to interject politely, but he kept talking over me. Finally, I leaned back in my chair, crossed my arms, and held his gaze for 5 seconds. No blinking, no expression. The tension in the room was palpable. Everyone started noticing his discomfort, and he stumbled over his words, avoiding my gaze for the rest of the meeting. That silent stare not only halted his interruptions, but also earned me newfound respect. Sometimes, it speaks volumes when you show people who you are without uttering a word. Going beyond just a power move, the silent stare serves as a reminder to both you and the other person that you aren't obligated to react to their negativity. It signifies that you respect your own space and emotions. All too often, when confronted with disrespect, we feel the need to defend ourselves, justify our feelings, or worse, let it slide to avoid confrontation. The silent stare is a gentle yet firm reminder that you are grounded and in control. It also holds those who disrespect others accountable for their actions. Many have never faced consequences for their rudeness, and when you mirror their behavior back at them through silence, it forces them to confront their actions, which can be quite uncomfortable for them. Now let's discuss another underrated yet powerful response: silence itself. When faced with disrespect, one of the most potent reactions can be simply not responding at all. It may feel like you're letting them off the hook, but understand this. Silence is an active choice and often the boldest statement you can make. Disrespectful individuals typically anticipate a reaction, whether it's a fight or an explanation, and when you refuse to engage, you maintain control of the interaction. It compels them to confront their behavior without your energy propping up their negativity. Picture this. When someone hurls criticism your way, let their words linger in the air without a response. That deafening silence forces them to grapple with the awkwardness of their own remarks. Allow me to illustrate this with a story. I once found myself dealing with a person who couldn't resist making sarcastic comments disguised as jokes. One day, he made an unnecessary dig about my work, clearly just trying to provoke me. Normally, I'd have felt pressured to respond or defend myself, but this time, I chose a different route. I simply raised an eyebrow and remained silent. The awkward pause that followed spoke volumes. He glanced at me, then down at his feet, mumbling something and quickly changing the subject. That moment marked the end of his attempts to provoke me. When you withhold your reaction, you starve their disrespect of the attention it craves, and it becomes clear that you won't be drawn into their games. Here's a profound takeaway. When you choose silence, you prioritize your own well-being. It signifies that you place a higher value on your peace than on their opinions. This choice is empowering and transformative. Society often pressures us to explain ourselves or justify our decisions to gain approval from others. However, by embracing silence, you refuse to play by their rules and make it clear that your life is not a subject for others' scrutiny. Over time, I learned that responding to every rude comment drained my energy, while holding my tongue gave me a newfound strength. The more I embraced silence, the more I reclaimed my power and serenity. Next, let's address a crucial aspect of self-respect. Stop explaining your choices. It's all too common to find yourself justifying your decisions to others, especially when they seem entitled to an explanation. The truth is, you don't owe anyone an explanation for how you live your life. When people question your choices, they're often not seeking understanding. They're looking to judge, to make you doubt yourself. By refusing to explain, you assert your autonomy and communicate clearly that your life choices are not up for debate. Think about it. Your decisions reflect your values and aspirations, and that alone is enough justification. Consider a time when I transitioned careers, moving from a secure job to pursue my passion. Suddenly, I was bombarded with questions like, why would you leave a stable position? Initially, I felt compelled to provide detailed answers, but it quickly became apparent that no amount of explanation sufficed. So I decided to simplify my response. When someone asked, why that job? I simply stated, because I wanted to. No further elaboration. The silence that followed was liberating for me, and the questioning soon ceased. By removing the need to justify my decisions, I embraced a newfound confidence in my choices and the freedom to live authentically. Here's the beauty of not explaining yourself. It sets you free. When you stop justifying your actions, you give yourself permission to live a life true to your values, free from the weight of others' expectations. Think about it. When was the last time you saw someone truly confident breaking down their decisions for an audience? Probably never. Confident individuals don't rely on external validation. They know their worth intrinsically. I've been there. I used to feel compelled to provide detailed explanations for my choices, but I learned that the more I stopped explaining myself, the lighter and more empowered I felt. Now let's take a moment to reflect on the importance of keeping your distance. Sometimes, the most effective response to disrespect is simply to step back. It may sound harsh or cold, but the reality is that not everyone deserves a front-row seat in your life. If someone consistently crosses your boundaries, taking a step away can be a crucial act of self-respect. This isn't about harboring hatred or being dramatic. It's about prioritizing your energy and mental health. Imagine your life as an exclusive club where not everyone earns a VIP pass. If someone constantly disrespects you, why keep them close? Giving yourself space from those who drain you is not just healthy, it's essential. It allows you to see situations with clarity, free from emotional manipulation or guilt. Think about it. When you invite people who disrespect you into your life, you're essentially offering them a buffet of your emotions, an opportunity for them to criticize and belittle you. It's no wonder you may feel anxious or drained afterward. Taking a step back is an empowering act of self-preservation that allows you to focus on relationships that truly uplift you. You deserve friends who support and encourage you, not those who tear you down. Society may tell you that keeping your distance is selfish, especially if it involves family or long-term friends. But here's the secret. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It's necessary. You are not here to serve as someone's emotional punching bag or their validation source. When you step back from disrespectful individuals, you're making a powerful statement that your well-being comes first. This doesn't mean you have to make a big announcement or draw attention to your decision. You can simply choose to limit your interactions and prioritize your peace. Keeping your distance helps you focus on relationships that genuinely matter, those that uplift and inspire you. The more time you spend with respectful, positive people, the more you'll notice a boost in your confidence and overall fulfillment. Conversely, reducing time with those who disrespect you diminishes their impact on your thoughts and emotions. I've grappled with the guilt of distancing myself from people. but I've learned that it's about creating space for growth and positivity. When I finally gave myself permission to step back, I felt a wave of freedom, energy, and clarity about the kind of connections I wanted in my life. Finally, let's talk about the timeless principle of holding your head high. While it may sound like cliché advice, it's a classic for a reason. It works. When someone disrespects you, their aim is to diminish your spirit and instill self-doubt. However, by standing tall and holding your head high, you communicate a powerful message without saying a word. I know who I am, and nothing you say can change that. Confidence inherently makes others uncomfortable, particularly those who thrive on disrespect. They rely on their words to diminish you, but when you refuse to let their negativity touch you, you undermine their power. Allow me to share a personal story. I once dealt with a person who thrived on throwing sarcastic jabs my way. Initially, I felt the need to defend myself, but one day I decided that was enough. I walked in with my shoulders back and my head held high. Every time they made a snide remark, I maintained eye contact, smiled, and carried on as if their comments had no effect on me. Remarkably, this shift in my demeanor made them back off. It was as if they sensed that their words no longer penetrated my confidence, resulting in their power fading into insignificance. The reality is that people who disrespect you often can't handle your confidence. It challenges their narrative and disrupts their sense of superiority. Society can struggle to understand those who stand firm in their self-worth, which may even make you a target. However, this journey is about you and your self-respect. Holding your head high signifies that you value who you are, and no external negativity can alter that. The more you practice this, the less you'll let others' disrespect affect you. You become too busy living your life, too secure in your identity to let anyone else's negativity derail you. So here's your challenge. The next time you encounter disrespect, whether it's a subtle jab or an outright insult, don't react. Instead, take a deep breath, pull your shoulders back, and hold your head high. Look them straight in the eye, signaling that you see their behavior, yet you rise above it. You'll feel an exhilarating rush of confidence and peace that comes from knowing their words hold no power over you. Ultimately, holding your head high serves as a powerful declaration of self-respect, affirming that you know your worth and will not let anyone's negativity define you. In conclusion, these are empowering strategies to handle those who don't respect you, and quite frankly, may never will. Life is simply too precious to waste on individuals who fail to recognize your value. Remember, you don't need anyone's permission to stand tall, safeguard your peace, and live life on your own terms. People will undoubtedly attempt to undermine you, test your boundaries, and question your choices. But guess what? You possess the power to dictate what energy you allow into your life. You set the standard for how you deserve to be treated, and the more you focus on self-respect, the more you attract genuine, uplifting relationships. Ultimately, everything begins with you. Own your power, and watch how the pieces fall into place. Hold your head high, embrace silence when it serves you, and never apologize for stepping away from negativity. Thank you for joining me today. If this message resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more insights on personal empowerment and confidence building. Don't forget to share this with someone who could use a reminder to stand strong. And I'd love to hear your stories about confronting disrespect or setting boundaries in the comments below. Until next time, take care, stay strong, and remember, respect starts with you.